failure study.
And from where did you complete it?
From MIT in Pune.
Pune. So
Yes,
you
sir.
had control engineering or vibration?
I had control theory as a
Control
subject.
theory. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will first tell you the scheme. So that MIT is also that is under University of Pune, no? Savitri Bai Phule.
No, sir. It is
Okay.
a private university.
The screen is visible, no? Syllabus. Yeah. So,
Yes, sir.
so you are
Yes,
both
sir.
of you passed out this year, or you have any experience
Yes, sir.
this year only? Hardik also
Oh, sir, I have passed here. No, no, no. I have passed in 2020.
2020. That is uh, during the
Yeah,
lockdown itself. So, and
yeah.
why they you passed out this year?
Sir, I've passed out this year.
Okay. So this the scheme is you have only one paper that is 80 marks and don't know whether it will be online examination or offline examination. Most probably it will be offline examination, and you will have to complete now 2 semesters in this semester. That means by end of June you will be completing 2 semesters. That is semester one as well as semester two. So semester one exam most probably you will have to give in April first week. So last year it was in March end and April first week, and then your same two exam was in July and August. Like that it was. So it will be a little taxing for you because you will have to attend same one as well as same two lectures. But same two lectures for postgraduate for ME will conduct once your SEM 1 is over because it is not running parallelly like first year, second year, like direct second year admissions. What they are doing, they are attending, you know, regular classes which is started as well as the backlog also. Mm. So this is the course code that is triple C 102. Why they I think you can mute yourself. You can mute yourself. Yeah. So here the examination pattern is 80 plus 20. So 80 marks. That is 3 hours examination. That 80 marks is semester end examination based on the complete syllabus, and then 20 marks is average of test one and test two. Remember, it is average. It is not best of test one and test two. It is average of test one and test two. So that is 20 marks. So 80 plus 20, that is 100 marks. That is the examination scheme for control engineering. The notes I will upload on the classroom. These are the objectives and outcomes of this subject. So, what are the outcomes? That you should be able to model the system and find transfer function. Transfer function is nothing but somewhat similar to the efficiency of the system. That is, for any system, you have output and you have input. So transfer function is analogous. to the efficiency that is given by output by input. Then check stability of a mechanical system. So any particular system, whether it is stable, unstable or marginally stable, any system is classified under these three categories. System means like human being. So human being, we have different systems like nervous system, then digestive system, then reproductive system. So if you talk in terms of automobile, so automobile means you have transmission system and a suspension system, and then system is made up of different components. Like suppose if you take example of transmission system in case of vehicle, so it consists of clutch, then gearbox. First is of course engine, clutch, gearbox. Then you have propeller shaft, then differential gearbox, then rear axle, and wheels are mounted on the rear axle. So that is your transmission system. That is engine, clutch, gearbox, propeller shaft, differential gearbox, then rear axle, and then wheels. So as a control engineer, you have to check the efficiency of this system. So transfer function is something similar to efficiency. And then stability of a mechanical system. Like any system you design and manufacture, it should become stable in as less or as earlier as possible. Like for example, Kagar and Nalasopara, both of you are traveling by train, I assume, if you are not traveling by road by car. So moment you enter in the train, your first task is, for most of the people, the first task is to become stable, means to get a seat, to go inside the dabba and get a seat. So your task is to get the seat as early as possible. Like if you are starting from Virar, you should get a seat in Virar itself. If not Virar, then at Borivali or Andheri. So you should become stable as early as possible. So moment you enter the dabba, you try to become stable. If not stable, then you see that you are well secured in the dabba. And there are some people who try to get in anyhow. So लटक के जाते हैं दरवाजे पे. So they are called as the unstable. Means थोड़ा भी धक्का अगर लगता है, any push, they may fall down. So stable means completely secured inside. Unstable means like with little push there will be a damage. And then third is marginally stable. Marginally stable means like suppose moment you enter a डब्बा, आप लटक नहीं रहे हो, लेकिन you are close to the door. You are close to the door. That means you are stable by some margin. अगर थोड़ा बड़ा धक्का आता है तो you may fall down. There may be one person ahead of you. You are just next to him. That is what is called the marginally stable. Or suppose if you are on the terrace and if you are standing near to the sajja, then we say you are marginally stable. If you are standing on the sajja, you are unstable. At any moment you will fall down. And if you are on the center, in the center, then you are perfectly stable. So the another outcome is to check the stability of a mechanical system. So you should be stable, and that stability you should achieve as early as possible. Like even after completing PG or graduation, you see that you become stable as early as possible. Now you are taking a decision of doing this post graduation with some plans towards your stability of the career. Then next is understand response of the second order system. So any systems are classified into first order system and second order system. Just a minute. So I was talking about response. So system are divided into first order system and second order system. First order systems are easy, simple, whereas second order systems are complex, difficult. So at UG level, you must have studied first order system, and at PG level, you have to study second order systems also. So in your syllabus, second order systems is included. So understand the response of the second order system. So response is nothing but the feedback. Hmm. So that is third outcomes of this course. Course is nothing but this subject, control engineering, and your program is nothing but ME mechanical with specialization in CAD and robotics. Then understand the controllability and observability of the linear system. So it means form a given mathematical model. Mathematical model means mathematical equation. You have to identify whether the system is controllable and observable, whether the system can be observed or whether the system can be controlled or not. That can be identified with the help of the mathematical model. Here is the syllabus. So there are total 6 modules. If you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime. You can interrupt me. So altogether there are 6 models. Some you may be familiar. So wherever you feel you are familiar, you can tell me so that I will go fast. There will be always a disturbance online lectures में phone calls from the HODs, POs coming inside labs में classrooms में. So what is my observation that students they have scored up to 98 out of 100 in control engineering. Out of 98, 20 is on the test. So out of 80, the students are crossing 76, 78 even in offline examination. I'm talking about offline. Online though it is 78 only. So the important part is you focus on this module 4, that is root locus. That is you might have done. Then you focus on model plot and you focus on transfer function, that is module 1. So I will just brief you about different modules. Module 1 is introduction to the control systems, how the systems are classified. Then what is block diagram, signal flow graphs you might have done. Module 2 is your time response analysis. So that is time response analysis of first and second order system. That is how does the system behaves as the time passes. That is what is called as the time response analysis. Like suppose if you entered at Virar, then what is your progress towards getting the seat over a period of time? When t is equal to 0, that is when time is equal to 0, you are entered. देन 5 मिनट के बाद आप थोड़ा अंदर गए, 10 मिनट के बाद और अंदर, 15 मिनट के बाद नियर टू द सीट, एंड हाफ एन आवर के बाद you got the seat and you have become stable. So at the entry you are unstable, and after half an hour you are stable. That is what nothing but time response analysis. And your task is you should become stable as early as possible. That is within no time. So same thing is applicable for any system. This is what is time response analysis of the control system. Then there are various type of input, various type of inputs, step response or step input. Most familiar is your sinusoidal input. That is, step input and ramp input is simple. Parabolic input is not much practical, but sinusoidal input is common. Then this is nothing but response with, this is theoretical part, that is proportional controller, proportional integral, proportional derivative, then proportional integrator and derivative controller, that is PID controller. That is, response is based on the integration, or it is based on the differentiation. That is, the mathematical model can be integrated or differentiated, and on that your response of the system is based. Third module is how to analyze whether the system is stable, unstable, or partially stable. So there are some techniques. See, any system can be mathematical model, except like feelings, human ka feelings. You cannot mathematically model it. Emotions, anger is difficult to model mathematically. And you don't have to manufacture and test the system to check whether it will be stable or not. Just using some techniques, you can conclude whether the system will be stable or unstable. So these techniques are Ruth's and Hurwitz's stability criteria, root locus criteria, polar plots, and body plus and Nike's plot. So these are the techniques. Then you have state space modeling. Just a minute. Yeah. State space modeling is another technique of modeling the system, and in order to check the controllability and observability, this is very important. State space model. Then this is last module is totally theoretical, and it is at introduction level only. That is how to compensate the different errors in the system. So there are different type of compensator: lead compensator, lag compensator, then lead lag compensator. Plus, module number 6 has some theory of servo motors, stepper motors, synchronous motor, potentiometer, and amplifier. So this was a syllabus. Then coming to the books, there is a popular book that is Control Engineering by Goyal Bakshi, and we have many copies in our library. Unfortunately, e-copy is not there. So if you are coming to the college, you can always take. So the Control Engineering by Goyal Bakshi is one book that is sufficient, which covers your entire syllabus. That is, if you want to study in detail, then you have a second book, reference book, that is Modern Control Engineering by Ogata, and you also have Control System Engineering by Nagraj. Most of the students refer Goel Bakshi and then Ogata. We have Ogata as well as we have Nagraj also, and we have many more books on control engineering because this is uh, compulsory subject in electronics and telecommunication engineering. It is third year में. So we have many copies, so you can get. But Goel Bakshi and Ogata is sufficient. So any doubt you have in syllabus and scheme, course objectives, Hardik?
So what about the exam UT? I mean, will be it will be online or offline?
Uh, right now, the unit test will be online only. So we will give you, and will give you the time, date. At that date and time, mm, you have to join the classroom or Google Meet. So that time we upload the, means you will be given the timetable of the unit test. So let's say 1st January, 10 o'clock. So at 10 o'clock you should be available. 5 minutes before we upload the paper in the classroom, and then it is for 1 hour. We give around 15 minutes extra of scanning if it is online. So wherever you are, whether at home or anywhere, then you have to write, then you have to scan it and upload it. Most probably it will be online as of. Yeah. Hello. Sorry.
Sir, it will be so early on in first January. It was like in early.
Sorry.
Sir, that unit test will be in early January.
Unit test will be in the month of February and then March. Two unit tests.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
I'll be sharing these notes. Like now, this is basics of control system. So what is system? So system is nothing but it's a combination, or you can see this, no? Screen, Adi? Yeah. So system, yeah, it's a
Yes,
combination,
sir.
Yes, sir.
or it's an arrangement of different physical components which act together as an entire unit to achieve some objective, to certain objectives. This is my handwriting, but I hope it is readable. For example, speed of the car, governor, fully automatic governor, or semi-automatic governor. This is nothing but a system. So, what do you mean by control? Control means to regulate, to direct, or to command itself or some other system. To command itself, मतलब खुद को, or to control some other system. So this lamp is a system with a wiring and with the switch and with the fuse and with the supply we called as a control system. So lamp is just a component, and with circuit it is control system. Professor teaching in a classroom can be a control system. अगर बच्चे लोग if they are making noise, then he has to control it. So what are the input? Input is nothing but it's, I will share these notes. Input is nothing but the signal which is applied or an excitation signal. And input is also called as the forcing function or driving function. These are the two other names for the input: forcing function and driving function. Now, what is output? Output is nothing but the response which is obtained from the control system. Like just now, you gave a response. Okay, I asked you something. Transient means occurring only for a short period. This is very important in control engineering. Occurring only for a short period. That is, your system should become stable in very short time. So that transient period, ideally it should be zero. That is, moment you enter the train, it should become stable. So maybe 1 minute. That is what is called the transient period. Suppose engine is starting or car is starting, then it should achieve that speed within no time. Or if there are any disturbances, then that should be eliminated within no time. Like suppose the engine is starting and initially थोड़ा आवाज आता है and then after some time it becomes stable, shanti, shanti. So that time should be very short. That is what is called the transient time, which is occurring only for a short period. So ideally transient period should be zero. So this is how we divide the response. One is transient response and another is steady state response. So transient response means it is a time for the system to become stable, and then steady state response. Like suppose I want a RPM aeroplane. If you are driving an aeroplane, or if you are driving a car, your target is to achieve RPM of say 3000 RPM. If you are working on a CNC machine, CNC lathe, 3000 RPM, the spindle should run. So when t is equal to 0, that is time is equal to 0, your speed is 0. And at the same time t is equal to 0, you should have 3000 RPM also. That is not possible, it takes some time. And that 3000 RPM should remain steady, should remain same over a period of time. So as a control engineer, you have to build the components in such a way that in no time your system, your machine spindle will start running at 3000 RPM. If you talk about conventional machine, conventional lathe, it will take some time, 3000 RPM आने के लिए. Whereas if you talk about CNC machines, it immediately achieves the speed of 3000 RPM immediately within few seconds. Or suppose if I apply a spindle stop button, it stops immediately in CNC lathe. Whereas conventional, it takes a bit of time. So that is what is called as the response of the system. So transient is nothing but from unstable to stable state. Then control system can be classified as natural control system, man-made control system. So natural control system is our biological system, like perspiration system, which is helpful to regulate the temperature of the body. And other system, as I told, the reproductive system, nervous system, digestive system. Man-made control system for vehicles, your transmission system, engine system, suspension system. Combination means natural plus man-made. Natural plus man-made like driver plus vehicle. Then again, it can be classified under continuous automatic control system and discontinuous automatic control. Continuous automatic system, that is heating, cooling, turbines, engine. Discontinuous is refrigerator, air conditioner. Like moment the temperature goes up, the system will start. Moment the temperature is achieved, the system will stop. So that is what is discontinuous automatic system. Then you have time variant and time invariant system. So time varying in timing. So time varying means parameters of the system are varying or they are changing with the time. For example, traffic lights. Okay. So that is time varying. So green, red, yellow, green. So first is same green, okay, red or amber or whatever it is. So it changes with some time. Time invariant means it doesn't vary with the time. That is your time invariant. Then you have linear and non-linear system. So linear is nothing but very simple system. Like say y is equal to x or y is equal to mx. Non-linear means it is basically so y is equal to mx is first order system. Non-linear means basically second order system. So here I have written the definition like SP. SP means superposition. Like linear system means if superposition principle applies to it, then it is called as the linear system. Superposition. What is superposition? It states that response produced by the simultaneous application of two different inputs is the sum of two individual responses. So two inputs is the sum of the two individual responses. Then we have continuous time and discrete time control system. That is this. This is what is called as the continuous. And discrete means at some time interval. Discrete. Like say t is equal to 5 seconds, t is equal to 10 seconds, t is equal to. So at some given time, the system will be on, off. That is what is called as the discrete time system. Then You have deterministic. So here it is, continuous time is like this. This is sinusoidal waveform. Discrete means at some given time. जैसा कि now I am reaching home, my AC should start like that. Or your washing machines. Okay, you have wash cycle for some time, then you have spin cycle for some time, then you have drain cycle for some time, like that it is. Then deterministic and stochastic. So deterministic means output can be determined, and stochastic means output is difficult to predict. That is what is called as the stochastic. So we will continue. It's, I think you have another lecture. If you have doubts, you please ask, or anything else if you want to ask, you can ask. And remember, you have to join the lectures using the same link throughout. Hello. For all,
Okay, sir.
yeah. So same link you have to use for every lecture. Okay. So we'll
Yeah,
stop.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
If you if you
Thank you,
have
sir.
if you have something to tell, please tell. Yes. You want me to go fast or slow? Today being the first lecture, I went little slow, but then we'll have to go a bit fast. Otherwise, because we have only, we'll get almost 25 lectures only, 25 to 30 lectures. So in that, we'll have to complete it. Okay, thank you so much.